All right. Hi guys. All right. So, good afternoon, and I'm sorry I couldn't join in earlier. So I had to send in resources, and then we'll have like an interactive session, right? So I don't know if you guys have any questions, so we can just look into that and then before we start the action. So if you have questions, you can send them in the chat here or on Telegram. All right. Since we don't have any questions yet, well, yeah. So I think we can just go forward. All right. So can we all like refer to the resources I sent earlier? So the ones Enoch sent in the Telegram group with awesome solidity and the solidity docs. All right. So can anybody like give an overview of what you guys had or what you guys learned over the past 2 days? And you guys did some solidity tutorials, like intro to solidity, and then for the FVM. Okay, just to confirm, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. So, do we have any? So, none of you guys had questions from the resources shared. Okay. So, can anybody like help with a recap of what you guys did on Monday and Tuesday? So we could just ask questions from there and then move forward. So I think you can unmute your mic if you want to go with that. Okay. Uh, okay, for your complaints, Temioluwa. Okay, I think we can just go by it. So what Explorer did you try to verify on? I think you can comment. You can also comment that. Okay, trying to verify with Hardhat. Okay. So on the FVM, I think verification is quite different depending on what Explorer you want to verify on. So Firefox has its own um, way of verifying and publishing contracts. The way you have on Ethereum's your Etherscan, there's a way to verify and then publish your smart contracts after deploying them. So Firefox has something similar. So you verify by Opera Explorer. I've not used Hardhat to verify on FVM before. So because I know just Firefox has this tool here. So if you have the contract address for your own smart contract, right? Let me try to share my screen and then show you how to do it. Okay. Okay. Can anybody see my screen? Okay, it's taking a while. If you can see my screen, you can like make a comment. Let me see that. Okay. So if you go to your smart contract address on Firefox, here we're on the calibration network, and then I'm currently in the page for my own smart contract. So this was what we deployed on Friday, right? So on the page, you should be able to see this address overview where you see I the contract creator, verify and publish your contract source code today. Just confirm if you can see my screen. Okay, I see my screen. Uh, okay, I'm currently sharing my screen, but can you help me with putting my screen on the display? Because I think it's not showing, and I'm sharing already. Okay, good. So on the page here, this is Firefox, and currently in the page for my smart contract here. So this is the address, the T4 address, and then this is the address that was outputted on Hardhat. So here you should see this address overview, and then see this what sign is this? Yeah, yellow warning sign with are you the contract creator? Verify and publish your contract source code today. So if we click that verify and publish here, you would come to this page. So this is the page for verification and publishing. So on this page, you have to fill in data or data about our own smart contract. So since we click the verify and publish from the contract address page, we can already see the contract address there in the first form field. And then the second form field, we have please select compiler version. I'll go ahead with the latest compiler version. I don't think it should have any issues, and if it does, I'll revert back. And then for this license, let me confirm what license I used in the contract. Okay, I used MIT and then 0.8.0. Okay. So MIT license and then continue. So on this page, we should see select one or more .so files. So we see if the contract compiles correctly at Remix, it should also compile correctly here. We have limited support for verifying contracts created by another contract, and there's a timeout of up to 45 seconds for each contract compiled. For programmatic contract verification, check out the contract API endpoint. So what we need to do next is to upload our .so files. So this here, please select the Solidity files for upload. So select .so files, then we'll navigate to the folder containing our smart contract. In this case, counter.so. And then we could verify and publish. Okay, it says mismatch between source code, compiler version. Okay, so let me select the compiler version that is used in the code itself, which is 0.8.0. Okay. Then same license. So I'll just do the same thing. Should work properly now. I'm still having an issue. All right, give me 1 minute. I have not encountered this before. Let me try to debug on my end and see what might be causing the issue. Oh, okay. 0.8.28. That's what I use instead.
Hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I think I'll go over the issue on Firefox and then maybe send a video on that. I can't seem to figure out why Firefox is failing. Did you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'll go over it and then send a video once I'm able to figure why it's failing. All right. So does anyone have any other questions? Okay. Explain in a few words the Firefox functionality. Okay. Firefox basically is a transaction explorer or blockchain explorer. So basically you see details about the whole network. So on the Firefox homepage, you can see the block height. That's the number of the last block that has been mined. Then you can see the time from the last block mined. Then you can also see network storage power. So because Filecoin works with storage providers, we have the total amount of storage space available, which is 22.822 EIB currently. You can see the number of active miners on the blockchain. You can see the block reward, which is 5.99 PO token per block mine, and then a couple of other things. So also on Firefox, you can see information about a transaction, information about a smart contract, like we did on the page for our smart contracts. That shows you basically information carried out or transactions carried out on that smart
Are you
contract.
sharing your screen?
No, I'm not sharing my screen currently. Or let me share my screen so I can just like show what I'm talking about. Okay, let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? It seems like my screen is having an issue again. Can't see my screen on their ends. It's still not visible. Sorry, no, can you help? Can you help with that? My screen is not showing anymore. Thanks, Enoch. Okay, so on my screen now, on the Firefox page, I see data about the state of the blockchain currently. So we can see the block height. That's the number of the last block that was mined. Then we can also see the latest block where we see 1 minute ago here. That shows the time from the last block. So just basically shows that block 4863478 was mined 1 minute ago. And next to it, you can see the total storage power, like network storage power. Here we see 22.822 EIB. And we can also see active miners, number of active miners on the blockchain, 1,657. Then we can see block reward. You can see some other information. And then if we expand, I think there's an code somewhere. Yeah. So we can also see some more info. Total circulating supply of Filecoin tokens, current base fee, base gas fee, number of burnt Filecoin tokens, and total supply, and then circulation rate. Okay, I'll give me 1 minute. Okay, I was very forget. So you can see the total number of accounts, average block interval, average blocks per tip set, and a couple of other things. Then if we scroll down, we can also see the number of smart contracts on the blockchain. So currently the number stands at 12,683 with 7 new contract deployments today so far. Then you can also see storage power trend and base fee variation. So basically just gives us an overview of the state of the blockchain. You see different useful information. Going down, we can also see the Filecoin ecosystem, and then also classify this into like different categories. So we have infrastructure, storage, just depending on whatever you need to see. Then we have top miners, latest tip sets, rich list. And then if you have a transaction, now you can paste the contract address here. Okay. So this is a smart contract address, but let me try to get the transaction hash itself. Okay, so this is a transaction page where you have the message ID or transaction hash, and then this is the transaction hash in an Ethereum format. So we also have the block in which it was included in. So this is the block. You can open and then view other transactions that were also in that block. So we have 4 messages or 4 transactions in that single block. And then this was the block height as of then. So this is the originating wallet. And then the wallets that received tokens or wallet that was invoked since we were deploying a transaction, a contract here. Then this is basically just information about the smart contract here. So I think that's basically what Firefox is for. There are also resources. There should be a few converters somewhere. Okay, so basically that's what it's about. I hope I answered your question. I think Andrew. Yeah. Okay, so on the question asked by Temioluwa, yeah. So basically, since you pay for transactions with few tokens are basically what you need to pay for storage deals, whatever storage deal you are running, right? Or whatever transaction you're running. So basically, you just need to have enough few tokens in your smart contract address to act as gas for your transactions, right? So do you have any other questions? It could be generally about the bootcamp so far as it's relating to the FVM. How do we build it by tools like using the lesson? Okay, so building on Filecoin currently, or deploying smart contracts on Filecoin, basically work with Solidity and the tools we've explored so far. So those are what you need for now. The Wasim engine basically is just Hardhat compiling your code to Wasim compatible code and then deploying that on the Filecoin blockchain. You don't directly interact with anything Wasim. So our focus is just the smart contract languages and then deploy those languages to or the smart contract to the blockchain. But then if interacting with other Filecoin tools, there are a couple of other Filecoin tools, but not Wasim. So maybe if you just want to integrate or store files on the blockchain, just random stuff like that, where you don't actually have to use smart contracts. There are also like tools for that or ecosystem projects. There's a Storacha for hot storage. There's I think other tools like Akave and all that. Yes, so basically you're writing in Solidity and deploying to the Filecoin network. That's an answer to Robert's question. Okay. So do we have any other? Is Solidity the only compatible language we can use? Currently, I think Solidity Viper. I think Viper works. You have to like compile on Remix though. I think Viper works as well. So those are currently what is available or publicly usable, at least for the moment. So the update for other languages has not gone live, so we can't exactly use those other languages at the moment. Yeah. Okay. So any other question? Do we still have any questions?
So,
Okay, there's a question from Robert. It says to test our contract, we need to write a test script, right? So yes, that's one way to test your contract. Other ways available are by directly interacting with that smart contract. That's one. So you can integrate your smart contract directly in your program. I think that's available for multiple languages. That's for JavaScript, Go, and all that. So you could interact with that, but you could also write a test and then test directly in Hardhat. Sorry, your second comment, is it also related to the question? So we are trying to integrate IPFS, just to confirm.
Sorry, the question is incomplete, sir.
Oh, okay. Complete it and let me see it. I'm still waiting on your complete question, Robert. And then any other person that has questions, also send them. Okay. Okay. What tools are you currently using? I think you can unmute your mic if that's not going to cause feedback issues where you are. Okay. Lighthouse and Pinata. So what languages are you using for that? Okay. So for JavaScript, for so let's tackle from Pinata first. Have you tried anything yet? And what issues are you facing? Okay, you're just implementing for now. Okay. So I think Pinata has a straightforward documentation for implementing with JavaScript. So there's SDKs if you're using Pinata, very easily accessible and easy to use. So I would share a link to that in the Telegram. So you can use either the SDK or the API to go about it. So, but before that, you need to sign up on Pinata. So you have your API key or your Pinata JWTs from the Pinata web app. Or I'll send in a comment here, and then I'll also send in the Telegram group. I think uploading to Pinata should be very easy and straightforward. Lighthouse also has like similar documentation. I'll share that as well. Okay, so on Lighthouse's documentation as well is also very similar to Pinata. So I'll share that. So also for this, you need to create an account and then get an API key because that's what's needed for all of them. So I'll send the docs from how to create an API key, and then you can go from there downwards till you get to uploading and retrieving data. Okay. So do we have any more questions? So we don't have any more questions. So from the resources I sent earlier today, were there any sections where you faced issues or you did not properly understand? Okay. So I think I'll just give a task that will be done using Solidity, and then we would have feedback on that task. All right, so I think I'll send the task through and I'll send it as well on the Telegram group. See how it's cool. Okay. I think you can handle it from here. Sure, Robert. I'll send the video on that.
Okay. All right. Thanks to me for the time. So it has been given to us. Let's see what we can do.
I think you are too close to like other builders in the house. That's why it's causing feedback.
It's muted. Okay. Okay. So let's get the tax will be dropped on the Telegram. That should keep you, you know, busy with the solidity you guys have been honing on. Thanks, Miss Fitz. Thanks for
Thanks,
coming
Robert.
around. Yeah. So we'll continue the conversation on the group, right?
Yeah, we will. So I'll send the video on verifying the contract as well.
For all our virtual participants. How's it going over there? You guys are missing out here. Until then, see you in the evening.